Okay, today we're going to make classic chocolate chip cookies. Don't make fun of my recipe sheet here. It has seen some things. I've taught kids how to make cookies with this, and when it sits on the counter, you know, stuff happens. So I'll show you what we're going to use. Oh, first we got to turn on our oven. I always forget to do that. Make sure there's nothing in there. Need to clean it. But yeah, here's how I save a little bit of money. I never use real butter for cookies or baking, I mean, unless it's one of those recipes that you can really tell. And then I use, imitation vanilla instead of the real thing because it is far cheaper. I can't afford the real stuff. I know it's not as good, but it's a way to save money on these guys. The kids are over here playing with real clay dough. But I'm going to get the butter and stuff going. Okay, I do this a little backwards. I know it says to start your flour first, but I do the butter, sugar, vanilla, and the brown sugar. Just like, I don't know why I like doing that. But yeah, so we're going to mix that up, and then we'll add the eggs. Put the butter, sugar, eggs, and all that in there. Or not the eggs, getting the eggs. Okay, sorry about the lighting. I had to go get my little doodad to set you up here on my counter so you can see. Try not to show my face. I am still recovering. I'm not feeling super great. But anyway, I'm going to add 3 eggs because it says 2 large eggs. And these are little tiny eggs. So, oh, there's that light in the way. Here. There you go. Can you still see? Sorry you can't see. It's about their bedtime anyway. I'm making cookies, making a mess, because I was supposed to do this earlier and I forgot. I wanted to film it. So I've got this recipe that looks like garbage. I'm trying to get everything that the kids are used to me making, like stuff that they're growing up with, kind of like all put together in one book in one place and put it on YouTube. Because when I moved out, I thought I was a really good cook. And it took me about a week to go through all the things I knew how to make. And I was like, wow, I actually don't know that many things. So, and I didn't have my mom's cookbooks. I didn't write anything down or take anything with me. I was just excited about getting married and getting out of the house. So anyway, I'm going to whip these up and then we'll go to the next step. Okay, I'm done beating the eggs. I really cream my butter. I used to skip that because I was in a hurry. And I don't do that anymore. I think really creaming your butter and sugar makes a big difference. And then, I don't know if you have one of these, but I love these. They're light, and they've got a handle. I use this for everything. So we need 2 1/4 cups of flour. I'm just guesstimating it with my scoop. It's close enough with this. And what was I going to say? Oh, I want to know if anyone else does this. Okay, so I use this bowl at least daily, and it's almost always used for baking, for like flour and stuff. Does anyone else do this? When they're done, you just go and like knock the dust out and like maybe you wipe it down with like a towel and then put it back on the shelf, or do you wash yours? I'm curious because I use this thing too much, and if it's not where I need it, I get cranky. I keep telling myself I could buy another one, but 1, I don't have money. 2, how much salt? 1 teaspoon. That looks like a teaspoon. Yeah? Well, let's measure it. My husband always makes fun of me. I'm pretty sure I'm good at measuring. Let's pour this in here. And it's a scant teaspoon. Do any of you do that too? Do you just like kind of hand measure or eyeball it? I'm almost out. So it's just going to stay a scant teaspoon. Okay, so we got that. We need baking soda, 1 teaspoon. Wait, I actually measure this. I don't eyeball baking soda usually. Put that in there. Mix this up. Yeah, I could buy another one. I love these. But I just dust it out. I mean, it's a little flour. The next thing that's going to go in is flour probably a few hours later, so whatever. And we're going to add this to our egg butter, sugar, vanilla mixture. And I'll post the recipe below. It's just the, oh, there's our oven, it's hot. It's the original Nestle Toll House chocolate chip cookies. And they know what they're doing. They try a million recipes, so this is the one I like the best. Let's see, we got our eggs, flour. I think we just gotta mix it and then put our chips in, and then we're ready to rock and roll. Okay, that extra egg might have made it a little bit wetter. That looks a little wet. Just a little bit of flour. I don't like my cookies melting all over I don't like thin, crispy chocolate chip cookies. I like soft, chewy. There we go, that looks better. Made a little bit of a difference. Okay. Also very humid where I am. Quite often when I look at recipes, I need like a little bit more flour. Okay, and these are semi-sweet. I like milk. My husband likes semi-sweet. My mom bought them as a treat, and I'm thankful. They're still good. I'm not a big dark chocolate fan. I'll eat it. It's really good though. Yeah. My husband will eat baker's chocolate. Like, that is how much he likes dark chocolate. He's not a big sweet fan, but I'm not sure this is supposed to do this. It's kind of grumpy when I do chocolate chips. So we need our spoon, because this doesn't quite get it all mixed in. Cool. I'm going to put this on a sheet and bake them up and then show you. And then I want to talk cookies because I want to know what people think. Maybe I'll do a poll too. But I want to know what people think are like the most classic cookies. Like if you have to have a recipe in your house, like what are they? Because my husband loves peanut butter cookies. I think these are like the most classic cookie you could do. My kids like sugar cookies, which I'll probably do those. And then I have a recipe. I've never been a huge like oatmeal cookie fan, but I worked at this camp, and I'll talk about it later, I guess. I need to get these in the oven because people are waiting on them. But I have a spin on an oatmeal cookie that is so good. I usually use craisins with it, like cranberries, but you can. I just did it with raisins the other day because I didn't have them, and it turned out phenomenal. So I want to know what you guys think are classic cookies. Creeper. Anyway, I gotta get these in the oven. I'll be right back. Okay, so while we're waiting for these to bake, I'm going to show you myself. That's where my earbud went. It's in my ear. I'm losing it. My ADHD is showing. Okay, I'm going to show you my cookbooks. Yeah, so this is an actual... Ooh, someone left that in there. Cool. This is secondhand thrifted, I think, by my mother-in-law. Try to find the date. Yeah, this is an older one, 66. It doesn't look like it actually got used, or they are a much cleaner person than I was. It's pretty immaculate. Yes, I look forward to going through that, but that's one of my older ones. This is the one my mom had, a lot of her like bread and rolls. It's not the actual one, it was pretty gnarly. I found it at a, ooh, that's new. I found it at the swap meet, flea market or something in San Diego. We were just married and my husband was stationed there, but it was in rough shape when I got it, and you can tell the section that I use the most. Yeah, so a lot of my recipes are adapted out of this, but I just have all these like things that I need to put in an actual book. I have this right here that is like a 3-ring binder, and you can put plastic over it so you can actually like keep your stuff nice. Oh, there's my kefir one. I want to get that again. When there's just 2 of us, we couldn't eat it fast enough, and I'm lactose intolerant, so shouldn't be eating it anyway. But then I found this the other day, Goodwill, and it's an old Women's Home Companion cookbook, and it is, doesn't say there, 1946 is what it looks like. But this looks cool. I bet there's a lot of Jell-O recipes in there. I wonder if that's too soon for Jell-O. And then this was my great-grandmother's. So speaking of cookies, see if I can find my peanut butter recipe. Maybe not. But it's just got cool illustrations. I love this book. I've only tried a few out of it. Like banana oatmeal cookies. Those look good. Should try those. But I'm wondering, because people in different states, I realize, really cook different. I mean, when you think of it, Europe has these tiny little countries that are smaller than most of our states, and they cook very different food. And I'm learning, watching YouTube, people cook totally different.
Most reliable source, though.
YouTube isn't the most reliable source?
No.
That's where I get all my information. It can't be wrong. Whatever. Says the 13-year-old. But it's true. But just in my limited experience on maybe trustworthy YouTube, yeah, people cook totally different. So I'm wondering, what is a classic cookie for you? Like, what's something that was, if you looked in the cookie jar, you would probably find at Grandma's? That's what I want to know. What did you make?
I made
Oh, cute. That looks so cool.
a sun bowl.
Man, that really does feel like clay, huh? Yep. Found a pretty good chunk of like really good clay out in the woods the other day, so I bagged up a bunch and brought it home. So there's another frugal tip. Don't buy Play-Doh. Just find clay on the side of the road in the woods. It works. But anyway, the cookies are about to come out, so I'll show you those in a second. Okay, there we go. Perfect little warm squishy cookies. No, I don't do anything except scoop and dump, so they're not perfectly round. Delicious.
They don't have any cookies. How can they enjoy them?
Oh. Hot.